Fosse was an original, and still is. There's still nothing like it.
Sex, fluidity, simplicity, it's just extraordinary.
His style.
He made everybody in step.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2.
The first thing that comes to mind with Bob Fosse is style. A signature style all of his own.
His legacy to me is a brilliant director-choreographer that had a unique vision that went beyond choreography or musicals. He took it to another level.
What was great is that he was a writer, an author of the work, so it always furthered the plot, the dance, or always illuminated something about the character.
He found himself in these shows, in these songs, in these actors, in these great tools he had.
Liza with the Z just came out, and people are going, that looks like it was shot yesterday. You know, there's moves in it that are still hipper than what they're doing right now. I mean, that was Fosse.
That kind of perfection is what Fosse strove for. He never gave his dancers anything to do that he couldn't do himself.
When he makes you good, it makes him better. And he understood that too, you know, that's the thing. If one person's out of step, it's not gonna be that good.
He was the perfect choreographer for film. His choreography was perfect for film, where he couldn't draw you in really as close as he wanted you to be drawn in. When he was in the theater, he could now take you right to where he wanted to focus you in film.
He choreographed for the screen. He choreographed with the frame in mind.
Momentum and thrust, the energy is going that way.
He really, in his mind, wanted to break that fourth wall and get on the stage with the dancers.
He understood the beauty of movement, and really to see a dancer dance, you need to see from the top of my hand to the bottom of my foot.
He had an ingenuity in knowing where to put the camera.
I was told by the camera crew that every night they'd set up the next shot for the next day. They'd put the camera in a position after Bob left. And every morning he'd be on the set before everybody else. And he'd always move the camera, maybe only a foot or two. You could never second guess, you never could.
I think it's just because he knew the choreography. It's just a matter of having a relationship with the steps.
To be a great choreographer does not mean you're a great director. You have to learn to be a great director. Fosse ended up having a very specific point of view, film-wise. It was not there in his first film, but was absolutely set in stone by the time he hit Cabaret. And he really knew what he wanted.
He did it in a very political fashion. He made you want to give you his best.
Oh, God, that man. He's gonna drive me crazy.
The greatest dancers on the planet gave him carte blanche. Take me. Do what you want with me. I believe in you. I trust you. I know you will deliver me.
He taught everybody to dance, whether you were the cameraman or the art department, or everybody danced the same step, you know, and had fun doing it.
I mean, every day to come in and just be excited by the prospect of seeing this stuff and working with it and molding it and getting the very best out of it. It was terrific.
I miss him. I just miss my friend, you know. I miss the guy who would always tell me the truth.
He is trying, in my very heart of hearts, he's trying to be as honest as he can.
It's intense, and you have to be ready to follow the film where it takes you. And Bob really guided. I mean, in the shooting, he guided me in the editing. He was brilliant.
He really coined a way of moving that also encompassed a great deal of wit. He was totally one of a kind.
Thank you, Bob Fosse, for everything you gave to the world of dance. I'm so grateful to be a dancer.
I'm always turned on when I walk away from Fosse. I want to do something. He prompts me, pokes me, inspires me.
He was just such a joy. You know, I've never had that experience working with anybody else. And I've worked with a lot of really good people. You know, it's just been It was just creative, fun, and fearless. And you can't get any better than that, you know?